March 27th, 2022. The world was watching. The Oscars, the biggest stage in Hollywood. And everything was going perfectly. Until it wasn't. A joke. A laugh. A walk toward the stage. And then, one moment. One action. That instantly changed how the world saw Will Smith. No build-up. No warning. Just impact. And within seconds, the internet exploded. Clips everywhere. Reactions everywhere. Opinions everywhere. But here's the real question. How does a man spend over 20 years building the perfect image, only to see it crack in a single night? Because that moment wasn't just a mistake. It was exposure. And once the world sees something they weren't supposed to see, they can't unsee it. Stay with me. Because this isn't just about one moment. This is about how image is built and how fast it can collapse. Before that night, there was a completely different story. Back in the late 1980s, Will Smith wasn't a movie star. He was a rapper. Young, energetic, charismatic, known as the Fresh Prince. And even then, he understood something most people didn't. Image matters. Not just talent, not just skill, but how people feel about you. By 1990, he made a move that changed everything. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That show didn't just make him famous. It defined him. Funny, relatable, likable, the kind of person people trusted. And that identity became his greatest asset. Through the 1990s and early 2000s, he didn't just act. He dominated. Independence Day, Men in Black, Ali, The Pursuit of Happiness, hit after hit. And with each role, his image became stronger. Not just a star, but a symbol. The good guy, the positive energy, the man who always stayed in control. And that's what made him powerful. Because in Hollywood, your image is your currency. And for over 20 years, Will Smith's image was nearly perfect. But here's what most people don't understand. The more perfect your image is, the less room you have for mistakes. And when that mistake finally happens, it doesn't look small. It looks catastrophic. Then came a night that changed everything. The Oscars. A joke was made on stage by Chris Rock. At first, it looked like nothing. A reaction. A laugh. Then something shifted. A decision. Will Smith stood up, walked toward the stage, and did something no one expected. In front of millions of people. Live. No edit. No filter. Just one action that instantly became global. Power. The internet takes over. Within minutes. It wasn't just an incident. It was everywhere. Clips replayed thousands of times. Memes created instantly. Debates started globally. And this is where things changed. Because the internet didn't ask for context. It reacted. And reaction creates narrative. Suddenly, the same man who was once seen as controlled was now being questioned, analyzed, judged. Then came the consequences. Public apology. Academy response. A 10-year ban from the Oscars. And something even bigger. Image damage. Because once your image cracks, everything else follows. The audience doesn't see 20 years anymore. They see the moment. And that moment becomes the story. Here's the truth. It wasn't just about the slap. It was about control. Because for years, Will Smith controlled his image perfectly. Until one moment, he didn't. And that's all it takes. If you're watching this, this matters. First, reputation takes years to build, seconds to break. Second, control is more valuable than success. Third, one emotional decision can override everything. Fourth, the higher you rise, the harder you fall. So ask yourself this. Was that moment just a mistake? Or was it something that had been building all along? Backhand index pointing down, what do you think?